Hello guys, I am Prit and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to create a sign-up page using HTML and CSS. So let's get started. As you can see over here, I already have a demo of what our sign-up page will look like at the end of the video. Our button is going to have a hover effect that pops up whenever we hover on them, and our sign-up page is going to be responsive on all screen sizes. So without any further ado, let's get started. Firstly, over here, I'm going to create our sign up page container, create a div, and the class is going to be sign up page. And in here, we're going to have our left section, which is the info section. Create another div, and the class is going to be left section. Just copy and paste this one more time, then change this one to right section. Inside this one, we're going to have our text. First, we're going to have a h1 tag, and this one is going to say welcome back. And under it, right under it, we're going to have our paragraph, and in our paragraph we're going to have join, let's say join our community and explore endless possibilities. And next we're going to have sign up today, and get started. Let's break this down. And next we're going to create our button, the sign up button, that's here, and create the button, and the text in it is going to be learn more. Type in a learn more text right in here. Then next we're going to create the elements in our right section. That is it for the left section. Let's see what we have. This is exactly what we have in the left section demo. Next we're going to create our right section, and in our right section we're going to have a div, and the class of the first div is going to be form box, and in it we're going to have a h2 tag. The text in it is going to be sign up, and next we're going to create our form right under the sign up text. Just under here we're going to create our form. We don't need the action, just clear it out. And for our form, we're going to have a div right inside it, and the class here is going to be form group. And in our form group, we're going to have an input, the first input, and the type is going to be text. The ID is going to be a name, and it's going to be required. Let's see what we have there. This is just what we want. Then next we're going to set a label for our input. Just down here, let's create a label that is the indication of what the form represents, what the input represents. Here we're going to have full name. Then we're going to copy and paste this. Let's see how many times we need them. 2 more times. We're going to paste this 2 more times. 1, 2. Then here the name, the ID is going to be email, and the type is going to be email. Then the label is going to be for email, and the name inside here, text inside here, is going to be email. Then next we're going to have our password. Here we're going to have our password. Clear this out. Okay, we still need the form group class. What we need to change here is the type. Type here is going to be password, and ID is going to be password, and our far here is also going to be password, and text in our label is also going to be password. The next we're going to create our submit button just right under here. Create a button, and the type is going to be submit right here. Then next we're going to change the text in here to create account. Text in here is going to be create account. Let's see what it looks like. This is just what we want. Create account, password, email, full name, sign up, and welcome back. Just like what we have right here. The last thing we have to create here is already a member or login. Let's just get right down here after the form, and here we're going to create our paragraph tag, and it's going to be already a member, then a question mark. Next we're going to have our anchor tag, and in here we're going to have login. Let's see what that looks like. This is just what we want. That's it for the HTML. Let's add some CSS to our code to make it look more like what we have here. Let's go over to the CSS. Firstly, we're going to type in an asterisk, and margin is going to be 0 and padding is going to be 0. Then next we're going to add some code to our body tag. Here we're going to have padding, and our padding is going to be 20 px. We're going to have font family, and it's going to be, let's add font family, it's going to be sans serif. And next we're going to add a color. We're going to set our color to #333. Then next we're going to add display flex, and we're going to have justify content, and our justify content is going to be center. Next we're going to add align items, it's going to be center, and main height is going to be 100 VH. Next we're going to set background, so linear gradient, and we're going to have 135 degrees, and we're going to have two colors, and the first one is going to be blue. This is going to be our blue color. It's going to be #1100 and FF. That is our blue color, and the second one is going to be pink. It's going to be #FF0BF. That's our pink color. There is a mistake there. It's supposed to be 00, not 0. That is for our body tag. Let's see what it looks like. This is just what we want, like in the demo. Next, we're going to style our sign up page. Sign up. This is sign up page. Let's make sure the class is available in HTML. It's right here. This is it, sign up page. And in our sign up page, we're going to add a few code. We're going to have width is going to be 100%, and max width is going to be 1200 px. Next, we're going to have a height, and our height is going to be 70 VH. And next, we're going to add display flex right here, and we're going to also have a border radius, and our border radius here is going to be 15 px. And next, we're going to have overflow, and it's going to be hidden. Next, we're going to add a box shadow right here. Box shadow here is going to be 0, 15 px, 25 px, and RGBA. Here we're going to have 0, 0, 0, and 0.2. Then down here we're going to style our left section, the one we created in HTML. Left section. The first one we're going to have here is width, and our width here is going to be 50%. To make it half of the container, it's going to take up half of the space we have in the container. Then it's going to have a padding of 3 rem, and next we're going to have display flex, and flex direction here is going to be column. The next we're going to have justify content, it's going to be center, and color here, our color here is going to be #FFF to set every color in the container to white. As you can see, this is coming along nicely like what we have in the demo right here. Let's add more styles to our code. Here we're going to style our h1 tag. Type in left section, then h1. First thing we have here is font size, and it's going to be 2.5 rem. Font size is going to be 2.5 rem, and margin bottom is going to be 10 px. Then next we're going to style our p tag. Just type in left section, then p. That is to target our p tag directly. Type in font size. It's going to be 1 rem. 1 rem is equivalent to 16 px. Next we're going to have margin bottom, and it's going to be 20 px. Let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this is just what we want. Then next we're going to add some stars to our button. This button right here, we're going to do that by typing in left section again, then targeting the button directly. It's supposed to be button. Then next we're going to have our background, and the background here is going to be RGBA, and we're going to have 255, 255, and 255, then 0.3. This is just what we want. Then we're going to set border to none, and the color here is going to be white. Our button's text color is going to be white. Just type in #FFF. Then next we're going to have a font size for our button text, and this is going to be 1 rem, and we're going to set padding to 10 px and 20 px. Then next we're going to have a border radius here, and it's going to be 5 px, and cursor is going to be pointer. Then next we're going to set transition, and it's going to be background. Firstly, we're going to have background, then we're going to have our timer 0.3 seconds is, and next we're going to set transform to 0.3 seconds, 2 seconds, not 3. 2 seconds is, this is another timer. Then next we're going to add our hover effects to the button, but firstly let's see what the button looks like right now. This is just what we want, but we don't need the border. Let's see what the border looks like. This is the problem. Set border to none. Let's see. This is perfect. Now let's add our hover effect to the button. Let's type in left section and button, and we're going to have hover. Here we're going to have a background. It's just going to be the same thing, but a little bit different. Paste it in, and here we're going to have 0.5, not 0.3 anymore. Next we're going to have transform. We're going to have transform down here, transform, and it's going to be translate y to make it pop up whenever we hover on the button, 3px. Let's see what it looks like. As you can see, this is just what we want. Then next we're going to style our right section. Type in .right. Here we're going to have our right section. In here we're going to have width 50%. It's also going to take up 50% of the space we have in the container. It's also going to have a padding. It's going to be 30 px, and our background is going to be white, #FFF. That is a white color. Next we're going to have display flex and flex. Okay, we don't need flex direction. What you need here is justify content, set it to center, and also align items is going to be center. Then next we're going to have our form box just down here, form box, and our form box is going to have a width of 100%. Width is going to be 100%, and display flex. Next we're going to have justify content center, and align items is going to be center. Then next we're going to have a flex direction. It's also going to be column, and just like what we had at the top, and text aligned here is going to be center. Let's see what that looks like. It's beginning to look more like what we have here in the demo. Next, let's style our form box H2, which is the sign up text we have at the beginning of the container. Just type in form box and H2. Here we're going to have font size, and our font size is going to be 1.8 rem. And next, margin bottom is going to be, let's set it to 1 rem, which is equivalent to 16px. The next, our color is going to be gray. Set it to #333 again. Let's see what it looks like. This is it, just what we want. The next, we're going to style our form. Here, just target the form directly and type in display flex and flex direction. Here it's also going to be column, just like before. We're also going to have align items, it's going to be center. Justify content is also going to be center. And lastly, we're going to have a width, and it's going to be 100%. Let's see what that looks like. It's not looking like what we have here yet because we're not yet done with the CSS. Next, we're going to style our form group. Let's type in form group, and here we're going to have display flex, and we're going to have justify content. It's going to be start, and we're going to have align items. It's also going to be start. The next, we're going to have position, and our position here is going to be relative, and margin bottom here. We're going to have a margin bottom right under the position relative, margin bottom, and it's going to be 2 rem. Next, we're going to have a width, and our width here is going to be 100%. And next, we're going to style our inputs. Here, we're going to target our inputs directly. For our input, we're going to have a width, and the width here is going to be 100%, and padding here for our width is going to be 12px and 15px. That is for top, bottom, left, and right. Here we're going to have a border, and our border is going to be 1px solid, then hash ccc. That's a gray color. Next, we're going to have a border radius, and border radius is going to be 5px, and outline for our input is going to be none. We don't need any outline. Then font size is going to be 14px, and color here is going to be hash. Let's set it to 55555, a gray color. Then next, we're going to style our input focus. Input, then we're going to target focus. Then we're going to set border color of the focus to hash cff, not cff, ccff. That is what we want. Let's see what it looks like. This is coming along nicely, but we still need more code to make it look just like what we have in the demo. Next, we're going to add more code to our CSS. Type in label, and position here is going to be absolute. Next, we're going to have top 50% to take the text in our input up to the container. This is just what we want, but we're not yet done. Next, we're going to set left. Left here is going to be 4px, and transform is going to be translate y. It's going to be minus 50%. Minus 50%. And next, we're going to have font size, and our font size here, font size right under it, font size is going to be 1 rem. And next, we're going to have our color. Color here is going to be hash AAA. And next, we're going to add the transition. It's going to be all. Then 0.3 seconds is this is our timer. Next, we're going to style our input focus and label. Type in input, then in front of it we're going to have focus. We're also going to have plus label, and this is going to help us style our input focus, label, and placeholder at the same time. Then next, down here we're going to have input, then not, and we're going to create a bracket. Inside it we're going to have our placeholder shown, then outside it we're going to have another plus label. As I said before, this is going to help us style our placeholder shown, label, and focus at the same time. Here we're going to have top, and top is going to be minus 10px, and font size here is going to be 0.85 rem. And next we're going to have a color, and our color here is going to be, let's set it to hash 444, then 348. Let's see what this looks like. This is beginning to look good, but we're not there yet. Next, we're going to get down here, and what we're going to do is style our button. Firstly, our button is going to have a width, and it's going to be 80%. Let's see if that works. This is it. And next, we're going to get down here and add more styles to our button. Firstly, we're going to add a padding right here, and the padding of our input of our button is going to be 12 px, and font size of our button is going to be 1 rem. Then next we're going to add a background. It's also going to be linear gradients, just like what we had up there. So you can copy and paste it again. Copy this, and paste it in our button. Firstly, we're going to change this one to another color. The color is going to be E31672. That is our pink color, and we're going to change this one to a red color. It's going to be #FF25 and 2C. Let's see what that looks like. This is beginning to look like what we want. Then next, we're going to add more styles to our button. We're going to have border none, and we're also going to have border radius. It's going to be 5px. We're going to have a color, and our color here is going to be #FFF, which is a white color for our button. Then next, we're going to add a font weight, and our font weight here is going to be bold. And next, we're going to change cursor to pointer. Next, we're going to add the transition effect. We're going to have transform, and our timer 0.2 seconds is. Next, we're going to add a background, and we're going to have 0.3 seconds is. This is another timer. Then next, we're going to add our hover effects to the button. Hover. Then here we're going to have transform, translate y, then -2px. Let's see what that looks like. This is beginning to look good. This is just what we want. Now let's add more code to our inputs to make it look more like what we have in the demo. Just down here, we're going to type in .form box, then our p tag. Here we're going to have margin top is going to be 10px, and font size here is going to be, let's set it to 0.9 rem. The next we're going to have color. Our color here is going to be #666. Then next, down here we're going to have a form box again, and this time around we'll be targeting our anchor tag. Here we're going to set color to #FF9A9A. Then next we're going to change text decoration to none, and down here we're going to set our text decoration to underline whenever we hover on the link. Type in form box again, and this time around we are going to be setting the hover. Here we're going to have text decoration underline. Let's see what this looks like. This looks good, but it seems there's a problem with our inputs. Let's head back up there and see what the problem is. This form right here, change this to form and not from group. Let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this is just what we have in the demo. Now let's see what it looks like on mobile screens. It's not yet responsive. Let's add our media queries to make it responsive on smaller screens. We can do that by getting down here and create our media queries down here. Just type in at media, then we're going to have max width. We're going to have a max width right here, and here we're going to have our weight is going to be 700px, and next we're going to type in sign up page to add some code to make our sign up page responsive on smaller screens. Here we're going to have display flex, and next we're going to have flex direction. It's going to be column on smaller screens. Then next we're going to have height, and it's going to be 100%. Padding is going to be 20%. Then we're going to set the left section. Left section is going to be display. Left section is going to be display none. We're going to make it disappear on smaller screens. And right section is going to have a width, and our width here is going to be auto. and border radius here is going to be 20 px. Let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this looks perfect, just like what we have in the demo. Now we have our hover effect on the buttons, and it's also responsive on smaller screen, just like the demo. And that's it for the video. If you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.